James Helder, IFL TV, MTK Global. We've got head of Sky Sports Boxing, none other than Adam Smith. Great to see you, Adam. How are you,
Lovely
sir?
to see you, James. You keeping well?
I'm very well. How did you enjoy it last night, Lawrence Okoli versus Luke Watkins?
Do you know what? I love the York Hall Bethnal Green. It is, quite honestly, I think even with Vegas, even with Wembley, even with something, it still remains right up there at the top of my favourite places to be. I mean, it just oozes history, doesn't it, that place? You know, the likes of Johnny Tapia and before him Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank and Lennox Lewis have all graced, you know, the corridors, and they probably all stood up on the balcony at various times as well. It's an intense atmosphere, it's knowledgeable fight fans, and what we got was a thunderous card, terrific fights. Loved the Bellotti Doyle fight. What a win for Ryan Doyle. That was intense, wasn't it, while it lasted? Ted Cheeseman, having Yelusinov there, and the Danny Dignam fight was brilliant, and then obviously Lawrence Okoli's statement at the end of the night, which was a brilliant one, power punching knockout of Luke Watkins. Yeah, I think there was something for everyone there, and I had some friends there last night who don't tend to come to many shows, and they absolutely loved it, and they can't wait to come back. So that's always a good sign.
Great to see the York Hall so packed, as you mentioned. It was reminiscent of when Tapia fought there with the crowds and so many ticket sellers, 50-50 fights. That makes for the sort of buzz and the nights that the fans like.
Do you know what? I think I said to Dave Caldwell in commentary that the atmosphere before Paulie Upton and Ted Cheeseman fought was absolutely incredible.
Could have got away for a main event, that fight, couldn't it? The atmosphere alone.
It was unbelievable, the atmosphere. It really was. It was just because you're so close. It's such an intense venue. It's a fabulous venue, and I think it brings something out in fighters. You know, there's the British title, the Lonsdale belt, which everyone says that makes you fight that extra bit harder because it's such a treasured possession. You know, I think that fighting at York Hall brings something out of fighters. I think they know about the history. I think they just can't help but want to put on the best possible show. Even the guys like, when Fox fought Dignam, he's the underdog in the fight. He wants to make a real
fight, by the way.
Yeah, but the almost the sort of other half of the bill, the so-called sort of journeyman fighters or the ones that aren't fancied or heavily promoted, it's their chance to shine, the lights, the sky cameras, but just the sort of the smell of the place, the history of it. Wonderful, the York Hall Bethnal Green. It's the cafe across the road for a bite to eat beforehand, and it's just, there's something amazing about it. It's I know people think I'm mad, but in the casual audience now, you go to Wembley, it's an event, it's a night out, you see the stars, but the real fight fans are at York Hall.
We're here today for the announcement. DILLIAN WHYTE taking on Joseph Parker. In terms of opposition and available opponents, how highly does this rank on the favoured list that you guys would have preferred?
Listen, we can all hype things hugely. Eddie can, we can. I genuinely think this is a fabulous fight. When I first got wind of it a few days ago, and Eddie said, "What do you think?" I was already hoping he would say that if Dillian wasn't going to Bulgaria, he might fight someone like a Joseph Parker. I think it's a wonderful match. I've just seen the odds that Parker's a slight favourite for it. It's redemption for Joe. He was an absolute pleasure, a credit to work with all through the Joshua build-up. Him and his great team with Kevin Barry leading it, who's been around the sport for so long. We've known him since the David Tour days. David Higgins, they're a wonderful professional outfit, and they were fantastic. I think they really enjoyed being here, but of course the result didn't go their way. A valiant and gallant second, but it wasn't good enough to beat Joshua, and I think they went back, and I think they've got to find redemption. He's gone straight back into the fire. I love that. I love that attitude, and I love Dillian's attitude. He wants to fight the best. He doesn't care whether it's Joshua or Wilder or Parker. It doesn't matter. He'll fight Fury. I love that. Will he beat them all? Not sure. But Dillian wants that. And I think after the Lucas Brown night, he deserves his big night. I think him and Parker is a fantastic fight stylistically. It's worthy of any main event. And it's going to be a stacked card as well on Box Office. July the 28th, a summer sizzler coming your way, James.
We come on to Tyson Fury. He makes his long-awaited return this weekend against Sefer Safari.
I can't wait.
A lot of intrigue around how Fury will look. What are your thoughts on Fury's return?
Cannot wait. I think Tyson Fury is a fabulous, wonderful ingredient in this heavyweight mix, this volatile, glamorous heavyweight mix. And Tyson is, every day you want to see what he's got to say next. The Instagram, it's brilliant. I was just looking at the Batman pictures from 3 or 4 years ago, you know, the Klitschko stuff, and it just was. He is great. He's a one-off. As a fighting man, you know, he's proved everything. He's had a rough time after the Klitschko fight, where probably he should have, you know, really had the shot window there. And you know, he battled his demons. He's come back. I've got huge respect for him for that. We saw him in Monaco late last year, and he said to me, "I've got 7 stone to shift." Look, him and his team have done that, and they've got him back into great shape. I don't think it's much of a fight on Saturday, and I'm sure Tyson would tell you the same off camera. It's you know, it's a step back. It's a gentle step back in, which is what he needs. But he needs 3 or 4 good, solid fights, performances before he can. We could be talking of the likes of Joshua and Wilder, and probably even a DILLIAN WHYTE. But you know, there's fights out there. There's the Chisoras, there's the Takams, there's, you know, Shannon Briggs might be a good next one. There's a lot of interesting fights out there that he could take. Am I interested in Saturday night? Of course. You've got to watch Tyson Fury because he's Tyson Fury, and he's going to be providing he can get back to where he was before Klitschko, and 3 years is a long time to be out. But all the reports I've heard is that the skills are there, still the reflexes, that he's going to be a better version. He's got to prove it, and he's not going to prove it on Saturday night. He's just got to get back in the ring and win. But he's going to be proving it over the course of the next 6 to 9 months. I think 2019 could be the best ever heavyweight year. If we get Joshua Wilder, if we get Joshua Fury, or the winner Wilder, Fury, whoever, you know, those 3 are going to make it. Chuck DILLIAN WHYTE or Joseph Parker, the winner of that, into the mix. 2019 could be amazing. We still don't know. AJ Wilder could be made for this year. My gut feeling is it will be Povetkin, which I think is a really dangerous fight for Joshua in its own right. He's the mandatory, only ever lost once, Olympic gold medalist. You know, we saw what he did to David Price. You know, Povetkin's still very, very dangerous. I'm expecting that fight probably to happen, but who knows? With the twist of this, with Parker and White being made, who knows? Maybe they could do AJ Wilder as well. My gut feeling is that'll be next year, and what a year. Fury back in the mix. Great times for the heavyweights, and yeah, really excited about his comeback.
Adam Smith, thank you very much from Twifle TV. We'll catch you again real soon. Thank you, sir.
No problem.